attack, I can prove it. Come on up, everybody. Keep safe. Keep walking feet, please. Walking feet, everybody. Come on up. Go ahead and grab a seat. We're going to have you all introduce yourselves. I'll stand. Direct traffic. Hi, Misha. Okay. All right, so I'm going to pass the microphone, and I'd love you to introduce yourself. Say your name, your pronouns, what film is yours, what you did in the film, and then we'll pass it along the way, okay?
Hi, Peter Mankini, he, him, director and animator of When Mama and Me Lived Outside.
Yeah, good with that.
I'm a poverty scholar, that houseless mama, that houseless daughter, all those people you don't want to see, never want to be, look away from. What you gonna do, arrest me? We're in your city. Tiny, daughter of D.
Thank you, Tiny.
Masha Ellsworth, director of Little T.
Keika Lee, she, her, and director of Oren's Way.
Yay! I actually keep it. I'll have this one. So let's talk about the origins of your story. All right. By the way, my daughter from Crossing Guard, she's my real daughter in real life. She's up there. Say hi to Sophia. She played Mimi, otherwise known as Mimosa. The origins of the story. Why did Oren's Way, Masha, why did Little T, and then why did When Mama and Me Lived Outside need to be made into the work that you created?
So I grew up watching a lot of princess movies, and I really love strong female characters, and I always wanted to make my own princess movie and wanted her to be a strong female character role model for other little girls. So that's why I created Oren's Way.
The twist, did y'all like the twist there? The knight in the shining armor? I love it.
So I have a little story. I'll make it short.
Yeah, Masha, yeah, go ahead.
I was kind of looking for a next career challenge and was really doubting any decision that I would make. And one time I was at Panda Express with my son, who's in the audience, and I opened up a fortune cookie, and it said, "Silence the critic within." And I was like, oh my gosh, that's exactly what was happening to me. I was I was doubting that I can challenge myself. I'm like, why would I do this to myself? What is this critical voice that's inside of me? Why did I get one? Like, where did it come from, and how to silence it? And so I really wanted to tell that story and to kind of suggest that our critical voices have an arc, they have an origin story, and hopefully have an arc, and you can kind of make friends with it and like resolve that conflict. So yeah.
Just to affirm, I love short films. Obviously, I made a short film. You can tell a really big story in a short amount of time. And I met Masha at the Pasadena Film Festival. And Adrian, who also played my on-screen wife, is right over there too. Adrian's on our board of directors. We were at the Pasadena Film Festival.
Yeah.
I met you, which also goes to show relationships can be built at film festivals. And anybody who is creative, anybody who's human can identify with that negative self-talk. And I love that you were able to capture that in 5 minutes. Yeah, thank you. Tiny and Peter, anything you want to say about why your work had to be created in the way you did?
Well, thank you for choosing the film. We made the film because people don't see houseless people. I'm also in my persona, my jail suit, because folks are criminalized for the act of being houseless on the street. I did 3 months in Santa Rita County Jail for the sole act of being homeless with my mom. And what people may or may not know, and we appreciate spaces like this, is that when you're outside as a family, your body and your life is criminalized, and you have to hide. Because it's an act of criminality within a capitalist system to not have access to a roof. I'm a poet, I'm a writer, I'm part of the Poor Magazine family. Angel Heart and Israel and Juju are here, and we are building a homeless people solution to homelessness that you saw in the movie in Deep East Oakland. We as poor people and houseless folks have our own solutions. The solution is not to sweep our bodies like we're trash. So what you witnessed was all true. It's based on a children's book that I wrote. I would urge people to get it. I would urge educators in the audience and parents Teach your children a different protagonist, a different story about homeless people, about houseless families, and about mothers and children in poverty. It is, the essential idea that's out there is that we did something wrong. We didn't have a job. It was funny when I saw your crossing guard, and he's like, I have a job. Yeah. Well, me and my mom were two of the hardest working people I know. I had to drop out of formal institutions of learning in the 6th grade. And we vended on the street to survive. And basically, nobody honored our struggle. Nobody saw what we were actually achieving or doing, but instead criminalized us for the act of not having enough money for rent. And so again, the movie was really about inviting a new protagonist, a new conversation, and recognizing that all the people right here in Redwood City and all across the South Bay who are dealing with poverty and struggle are actually not seen because of these ideas of lowering your property value or blight, or we don't want to see people on the street because they're like trash. What we're telling you actually is that poor people have our own solutions, and you need to listen and recognize that. And I would urge people to check out the children's book and also Poor Magazine, because we do a lot of work with youth and elders and families.
Thanks, Sammy. Can you repeat that, Peter? Go ahead, clap, 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 clap. And while you do, Peter, can you recite the website again? It was on the screen at the end of the film, but can you repeat that?
Oh yeah, I was going to do that. I think my main thing is that I'm just really happy that the film has brought so much awareness of this great work to so many more people than before we made the film. And I'm just really happy to welcome you all into this experience that if you've never been housed, you probably know nothing about. There's this entire world here, and all these people that you've been taught are invisible, should be spurned, should be run away from because everybody's smelly and dirty and doesn't want a job, that there's actually a whole world here. And so if you go to poorpress.net, you'll see not only where you can buy this book, and of course the proceeds will go to help their great work, but you can see, there's some clothing there. There's a lot of other books written by other poverty scholars like Tiny. And if you go to poormagazine.org, you'll see PNN, the Poor News Network, the radio show, a lot of news reporting essays, and the incredible homefulness movement here that is just mentioned in the film is poor people coming together and finding ways to get property and to build their own homes there, legally, completely legally, but complete poor people-led solutions, as opposed to saying, if you're poor, you're helpless and you need someone from above to save you. No, these are really hardworking people. Tiny's the hardest working person I know, literally. She's going to run from here out to do some more great work for someone else. We're going to dash out of the building. No, that is not a rejection of you. We just have to get to her work.
We won't take it personally.
Thank you so much.
All right, we have a few more minutes. Would any young people like to ask a question in the theater today? And if you were a musician earlier, or Adrian, if you want to come on up. Ryan and Jessica, come on up. We'd love to just stand up here so we can recognize you and your work. Would anybody like to ask a question of our makers, our brave makers? Raise your hand. Nice. If no young people, vintage people. Is that a good way to say that? I included in that vintage category. Anybody else like to ask a question? We have time for maybe 2 or 3. Go ahead, Kelly. Come on.
Heidi, I was wondering, because I think that was your story, did you write it or illustrate it, or how did the book come about?
So thank you for asking. I want to shout out to Adrian Robles, another poverty scholar who was not trained formally, who did all the illustrations by hand in the book. And then Peter, and I wrote it, yes. I'm a writer and a poet and a teacher. But then Peter took that book and he turned it into this beautiful animated movie. So yeah, thank you for that.
Thank you. Any other questions? I see one right there. What's your name?
Edgewood.
Say it again?
Edgewood.
Adjunct?
Yeah.
Yes.
How long did Oren's Way take to make?
Oh, that accent, come on. That's the microphone down. How long did Oren's Way take to make?
Thanks for asking. Oren's Way took 3.5 years to make. 1 year to write the story, 1 year to do the storyboards and character designs, 2 years to animate.
How many artists, animators, digital creators do we have in the house today? Raise your hand. Let me see your hands. Okay, so same question from Masha. So a 15-minute one took 3 years. Could be the same for 5 minutes. How about you, Masha?
Actually, a little longer, 4.5 years.
What?
Yeah, it was a side project, but it did take a while. Animation takes a long time, but it's worth it.
And Masha, I know you work somewhere pretty special. Do you want to quickly shout that out?
Yeah, for my day job, I work at Pixar and work on many films, and this is my first independent film. So happy to be here, part of this festival. Thank you.
Congratulations. Yeah. Let's pass the mic down just real quick. Ryan, why don't you tell us something significant about you and how you got started in music?
Can you all hear me okay?
Yeah.
So yeah, my name is Ryan Woodard. I'm a musician. What got me started to music was after seeing my uncle playing in his band, and that's how I got into music. I'm like, oh, that is something that really interests me, and so I started playing guitar since I was 9 years old, and I've been loving playing the guitar. I also
How old are you now?
I'm 16.
16.
Whoa.
Yeah. I've been playing for 7 years. I also have a band called the Ryan Woodard Band. What music we play is like rock, blues, and funk. Those are the music. That's sorry. That's the kind of music. And also, fun fact, and also an interesting fact about me is that I'm a musician living with autism.
Say that one more time.
I'm a musician living with autism. And music made me feel more confident. It made me feel more verbal.
All
And
right.
Give it up for Ryan. The Ryan Woodard Band available to gig at your local party, backyard, event, graduation, bar mitzvah. Right, Ryan?
yeah, anywhere.
Anyway.
That's all I gotta say.
Jessica Cohen. How many of you have heard of the director Richard Linklater? Can anyone name a film Richard Linklater has done?
Days of Confused.
Days of Confused. What else?
Waking on.
What else? Apollo what? What?
Apollo 10.
Apollo 10 and a half, you say?
Yes.
That is on Netflix. Jessica was one of the stars of that film. Apollo 10 and a half. Animated, speaking of, by Craig and Steph, who are our special guests. They're doing an animation workshop at 12:45 today. If anyone would like to attend that workshop, talk to me. I can point you in the right direction. But Jessica, talk about being an actor and being in a feature film on Netflix.
Cool. Hi, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. It was really fun getting to perform and listening to Ryan because you're really amazing.
Duets? Do we hear duets maybe?
Maybe that would be cool. I'd be down for that.
I'm down for that.
Yeah. In terms of, I guess, acting, Apollo 10 and a half, it's on Netflix. It came out last April, I think. And it was a really cool movie. I hope you guys check it out. It's like rotoscoped, and it's kind of about the 1960s, growing up in Houston, Texas, during the whole space stuff in 1969. And it was really great being a part of that. And it's so cool that Craig and Steph are here because they're, so talented and amazing. And I love kind of hearing their creative process and everything. And yeah, it's just great to be in this film festival where it's just everything is celebrated and all these amazing films and filmmakers. And it's just been an honor to be here. So thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Jessica. Jessica and her family came out from Austin, Texas, and they're also on our Breakmaker team. They do production, and Jessica interns. The final word I'm going to pass to actor. She's actor, human being first, but actor and board member of Breakmaker. So, Adrienne, what would you like to say to close out?
Yes. Hello, everybody. My name is Adrienne DeSantis, board member at Bravemaker. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, it's not working. Hey, Adrienne DeSantis, board Word maker. Word maker and Brave maker. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And thank you, Tony, for putting, Tony and the entire Brave Maker team, Gorilla Wanderers, everybody putting this on for you guys to all tell your wonderful stories. Thank you so much for coming in person as well, so we get to meet you and, dine with you and whatever. Just, it was fun to be part of the Crossing Guard as well. Brave Maker has changed my life just over in the last year or so. It's helped me get through some difficult times. I think we all have, we all have our stories, right? I work in the software industry. It's my day job from 9 to 5 and helps me kind of help out Brave Maker as well from a financial perspective. I try to do what I can, and I'd like to do more and invite you all to do the same. We're doing some really amazing work here in the Bay Area, and we hope to continue it. So thank you for being here.
All right.
All right, thank you so much. Before we go, I'm going to tell you we have a slime table. Where's our slimers? Where are they? Where are you? Come on up, come on down, real quick. I need to introduce you and have you introduce yourself. As they come down, I'll tell you Elizabeth, our siren of magic, will be out in the hallway dabbling in magic. So if you want to go around the corner with a red carpet, Elizabeth's going to be doing some wowing and wooing out in the hallway. If you want to linger around, that's included in your ticket. And I want to look at these entrepreneurs. These tiny, you're not tiny, but you're little, you're small. You're smaller than me, okay? I'm bigger. But child entrepreneurs, you started a business. Tell us what they can do when they leave.
You can buy slime. Slime is like really fun. It also can help with stress and anxiety if you have any.
Come on, therapeutic. What's your name?
My name is Kaya, and this is Brooke. Hi.
Kaya and Brooke invite you to buy some slime from them. Thank you so much, everybody. Brave Stories change the world. We really appreciate your patronage. If you want to become a donor, text the word Brave Maker to 44321. Have a great day. Bye-bye.